Let's start the car. Well, the ABS light is still on the dash. In each of those gaps, the Hall effect sensor is sensing basically a high-low, high-low. Left rear sensor is sitting around about 10 mile an hour lower than all the other three sensors. You've got to make sure you spend a bit of money and get the best that you can. If you buy a cheap ABS sensor, they can end up failing on you. I hope it's the sensor. There we go. Ah, that's interesting. You can just about see in there that there's something. So I've recently just changed the transmission oil and it's been running great for about 2 days or so, but I parked it. This morning when I got in the car, I got all sorts of lights on my dashboard and the gear changes were not very smooth. It was very jumpy. And I thought, have I put too much oil in? I've checked it and that's all good. And I think it's a bit of a red herring. I think I've actually got a speed sensor problem. So I'm going to go for a drive and I'll show you what I mean. I've got my X-Tool XT80W. It's they've got the Bluetooth dongle, which is nice. I don't have to have any cables attached. And you'll see there on the screen that if you look at the speeds, left rear sensor is sitting around about 10 mile an hour lower than all the other three sensors. But the interesting thing is it's still giving a reading, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that perhaps I just got dirt over the lens of the sensor. It's basically a Hall effect sensor, and what it's doing is it's measuring the gaps between the teeth. And what the Hall effect sensor does, it sees the gears of the wheel rotating, which has got a notched groove as it spins around. In each of those gaps, the Hall effect sensor is sensing basically a high-low, high-low, high-low. And they all should be the same on all four wheels. So if there's a bit of an anomaly with one of those, either the sensor or the reluctor ring, then that's why it's giving me that different reading you can see on the X-Tool here. And I've always said this, with anything electrical for cars, especially these luxurious German cars, you've got to make sure you spend a bit of money and get the best that you can. If you buy a cheap ABS sensor, they can end up failing on you. I've done it before with a mass airflow sensor and it was great for about 5 months and then it just failed. Now this one that I bought, I thought was a good brand. Let's just hope there's a bit of dirt on there. Otherwise, I'm gonna go and buy another ABS sensor and hopefully, fingers crossed, the problem will go away. But first of all, let's break the problem down. I'll get it back and I'll have a look and see if there's any dirt over the ABS sensor first. Got my open toe safety shoes on today. It's a good chance for you to see my 40mm spacers. There's a separate video if you want to know all about that. Little sensor here. 8mm. Hopefully this shouldn't be rusted in because I've only just replaced this. There we go. Looks clean enough in there. Don't see any issue with that. Sometimes you can get a bit of crud on the end there. Got my excellent little workhorse light here. Ah, that's interesting. Now what I have noticed is there is a little bit of crud in there and it's only seeing half of the reluctor ring. Yeah, just a bit of dirt in there. Will I be lucky if I get this cleaned out? Will it work? I'll show you what I mean. You can just about see in there that there's something not quite obstructing the whole. So I've got a little hook here. I'm going to see if I can fish it out. Well, it's nice and clean now. Definitely something in there. Right, put the sensor back on, put the wheel back on, and take it for a drive. Be amazing if that's all it was, a little bit of dirt like that. Fingers crossed. Let's take it for a drive. So I've got the ABS light and the engine management light up on my dash at the moment, and I'm going to go back into the speeds. Let's see what happens. Nope, she's still not giving the same reading. You can see there that it's just not keeping up. If I reverse back, I got 0.1 and the rest are doing 2 miles an hour. If I go forwards, yeah, bummer. I thought that could have been it. I thought it'd be a nice, easy, quick one there, but no. So it looks like I'm gonna have to buy a new one. So I phoned around, and fortunately, I've managed to get a sensor today. They've just delivered it. Went for Febby Bilstein. Big fan of Febby. They're good quality products. Incidentally, I phoned up Mercedes just to see, as a comparison, what their sensor would be for a genuine part, and it was double. This cost me 65. Mercedes was 140, actually plus the VAT, so it was about 170, 180 pounds. If it's not the sensor, well, I've got a spare, but that means it's going to be the ring, toothed ring, which I'll have to replace. So it's either one or the other. It's either the sensor or the ring on the hub. I hope it's the sensor. So the cable goes just in the back here. I can just undo a couple of clips and unplug it. There's your sensor. Right, let's hope it is this sensor. So let's get the new one, my nice Febby one. Let's have a quick visual check. Okay, put the new one on. Now, when I first did the sensor, there's a video link below. When I had to drill the sensor out, it was the original one from the car, and it was really corroded in there. Okay, that's all clipped in place. Just going to plug it in. Pop the little plastic fastener back in. Right, we are back in the car. Oh, can you see me? Sorry, it's so bright. Sun is shining. Right, I used the Xtool XT80W on the diagnostic side of it to understand which sensor was at fault. But I'm now going to use the Xtool A30M. Love this little thing. It's tiny. It does all cars. It gives you bi-directional ability, and you use your mobile phone. This little Bluetooth dongle adapter is all you need. It doesn't have a standalone scanner in your hand type setup. You just get the software and stick it on your phone. So I'm going to plug this in. I'll record the screen on the phone. Fingers crossed. We'll see what's going down. So I'll go into chassis, then ESP, electronic stability program. Right, live data. RPM sensors, ESP sensors, RPM sensors. Here we go. Right. Let's start the car. Well, the ABS light is still on the dash. I might need to manually clear that. And I'm going to see now, if I reverse the car, will the left speed sensor behave itself and be the same as all the other three? No! Oh. That's not good. That's not good. I think the speed sensor was fine. Oh, I think it's actually the sensor ring. If I go forward, don't know. I'm going to go for a drive and see. You can see it's jumping about all over the place. So I got a feeling it's the ring around the hub that's got the issue on it. Oh, what a day. That's not good. That means I've got to then change that ring